A monster has fallen, and with it, a large extortion gang. The Craftman is finally captured, and Nicaragua breathes a sigh of relief. But how is this possible? Stay until the end of the video and find out. Before starting, leave your registration with the like button and subscribe to our stories. They will surely catch you. Now, activate the bell so we can begin. García Álvarez was arrested by the National Civil Police and the Public Prosecutor's Office in residential areas of the North, Zone 17, where he lived with great comfort. Security forces carried out 13 more raids, through which they arrested 5 other alleged gang members, identified as Bridget Sila Magana, Lopez, 20, Mejia Perez, and Oscar Alejandro Solares Garcia, both 21, Edwin Lemus Hernandez, 34, and Melvin Echardo Castañeda Velasquez, 19. He was arrested in possession of marijuana, cocaine, a firearm, and 9mm caliber ammunition. All those arrested are accused of criminal association, attempted murder, conspiracy to commit murder, and extortionate obstruction of traffic. The PNC reported that the Craftman is considered one of the most bloodthirsty gang members in Barrio 18. I have killed, I can't tell you how many, but Simone, those refer to rival gang members with words or S's. I am proud to tell you that they are scum, García Álvarez said in a conversation with investigators during his arrest. Detectives revealed that García Álvarez is accused of about 5 deaths. Although they acknowledge that he has committed more, although they have only managed to document that number, one of the events attributed to him is the attack on a transurban bus unit on Los Olivos Boulevard between I-11 and Zone 18. On October 29th, he is also presumed to be the one who ordered extortion payments to tortilla shops, bakeries, stores, and urban transportation companies, as well as armed attacks against those who have refused to pay and rival gang members. This criminal gang's area of operation includes the San Rafael neighborhoods of Lomas del Norte and Maya, Zone 18, as well as San Pedro Ayampuc and Ciudad Real, Zone 12. Authorities have information that the aforementioned criminal structure is made up of 20 people, some of whom are already in prison, in addition to the 6 arrested yesterday, and others who have not been captured. Prosecutors and investigators agreed that García Álvarez lived ostentatiously. They established that he paid $3,500 a month in rent for the house where he lived. The house's stairs are made of wood, and the room where he was found is carpeted and also has audio equipment. In video, 2 state-of-the-art televisions, a fully equipped kitchen, and an exercise machine, among other amenities. Discreet neighbors of the suspect indicated that they had never seen him because he went unnoticed in his vehicle with tinted windows. They even said he wouldn't get out, not even open the garage door because someone else did. Prosecutors detailed that the curtains in García Álvarez's room were thick and dark, possibly to avoid contact with neighbors. It was also revealed that on weekends, delivery girls from a restaurant specializing in barbecued meat would arrive at the property. Women would also arrive in taxis, allegedly to leave him extortion money. The extent of the gang's extortion has reached. The gang led by García Álvarez, known as Craftman, has extended its extortion reach throughout several areas of the Guatemalan capital and its surrounding areas. Their modus operandi has been described as violent and ruthless, with devastating consequences for those who resist their financial demands. Tortillerias, bakeries, shops, and urban transportation companies have been the main targets of extortion by this gang, although the exact number of affected businesses is unknown. It is estimated that the gang controls an extensive extortion network in the San Rafael, Lomas del Norte, and Maya Hills, located in Zone 18 of the capital, as well as in San Pedro Ayampuc and Ciudad Real in Zone 12. Armed attacks against those who refuse to pay are a common tactic used by the gang to instill fear and ensure compliance with their demands. In the specific case of García Álvarez, the attack against a transurban bus station on Los Olivos Boulevard and 11th Street in Zone 18 on October 29th is attributed to them. His actions to force extortion payments. The violence associated with the gang's extortion schemes is not limited to armed attacks. García Álvarez has been identified as responsible for at least 5 deaths, although it is believed the actual number could be higher. The brutality of his actions has been evident in his own words when, during his capture, he proudly stated that he had killed several rival gang members in addition to the businessmen. Local authorities have identified at least 20 people linked to this criminal organization, some of whom are already in prison. However, the capture of García Álvarez and other members of the gang in recent raids represents a significant blow to their operation, although there is still work to be done to completely dismantle this extortion network. The actions of the security forces have demonstrated that they're committed to combating this type of crime. The luxurious lifestyle that García Álvarez led contrasts with the reality of violence and terror that he imposed on those who refused to comply. To meet their demands, he paid a high rent for his residence, which included amenities such as wooden stairs, carpeted rooms, high-end audio and video equipment, modern televisions, a fully equipped kitchen, and an exercise machine. This ostentatious lifestyle was maintained with money obtained from extortion and criminal activities. Despite his discretion, neighbors noticed García Álvarez's presence in the area due to his vehicle, which had tinted windows. It is believed that he did not even get out to open the garage door, delegating this task to someone else to avoid being recognized. The thick, dark curtains in his room also indicate that he sought to keep a low profile and avoid contact with neighbors. On weekends, García Álvarez's residence became a center of operations, where delivery motorcycle from a carne asada restaurant would arrive, possibly used to transport extortion money. Women would also arrive in taxis to leave money. This suggests a well-organized and widespread fundraising network. The worst events, which escalated to an attack on a transurban bus unit, are a striking example of the violence unleashed by García Álvarez's gang. These types of acts not only endanger the lives of passengers and drivers, but also generate a climate of terror and mistrust in the community. Armed attacks on public transportation are not isolated events, but part of a broader strategy of intimidation and territorial control by the gang. The indiscriminate violence used in these types of attacks demonstrates the gang's lack of scruples and its willingness to resort to extreme methods to impose its will. Murders and violence against rival gang members. García Álvarez and his gang manifest themselves in murders and violence against rival gang members. García Álvarez has admitted to participating in at least 5 murders, although it is suspected that the true number could be much higher. His proud words when referring to his victims show the ruthless nature of his actions and his lack of remorse for taking the lives of other human beings. These murders not only affect the direct victims, but also have a devastating impact on their families and communities. Violence between rival gangs is a destructive phenomenon that has caused great suffering in many communities and is a clear example of how organized crime can affect the lives of ordinary people. Extortion and violence against local business owners are common practices of the gang led by García Álvarez. The gang has extended its reach to through a well-organized criminal network dedicated to extorting local businesses such as tortilla shops, bakeries, and stores. Business owners who refuse to pay are subject to armed attacks and other forms of violence, creating a climate of fear and mistrust in the business community. This situation has had a negative impact on the local economy, as many business owners are forced to close their businesses or pay exorbitant sums of money to protect themselves and their families. This corruption and violence against local business owners are a chilling reminder of the corrupting influence of organized crime and its ability to affect people's daily lives. By the way, if you enjoy this video, we invite you to give us a like and activate the notification bell so you don't miss any of our videos. We are truly continuing with the fall of Garcia. This organization has finally reached its end. Garcia's capture. Álvarez, known as a craftsman, leader of a dangerous criminal gang in Guatemala, it certainly represents a significant blow to the organization. However, determining whether this action truly marks the end of the gang is a more complex matter and requires a detailed analysis of the structure and operations of the criminal organization in question. The capture of a key leader like García Álvarez can have several effects on a criminal organization. First, it can create a power vacuum that could trigger internal struggles for control and leadership within the gang. This could result in a fragmentation of the organization, with different factions vying for control of the gang's resources and territories. In this sense, the capture of García Álvarez could weaken the organization's internal cohesion and make it more vulnerable to police and security actions. Second, the capture of a leader like García Álvarez can also have a deterrent effect on other gang members and potential recruits. The arrest and eventual conviction of a prominent leader can send a clear message that authorities are committed to combating organized crime and that there will be no impunity for those involved in criminal activities. This could deter other gang members from continuing to engage in criminal activities and could hamper the organization's ability to recruit new members. However, it is unlikely. Keep in mind that criminal organizations are often very adaptable and can quickly reorganize to face new challenges. The fall of a leader does not necessarily mean the end of the organization, as new leaders may emerge to take their place and continue the gang's operations. Furthermore, criminal organizations usually have hierarchical structures and support networks that allow them to remain operational even after the capture of important leaders. In the specific case of the gang led by García Álvarez, it is possible that the capture of the leader has temporarily weakened its operations. However, it is unlikely that it has led to the complete end of the organization. It is likely that the gang will seek to reorganize and regroup under new leadership to continue its criminal activities. It is also possible that other criminal organizations will seek to fill the void left by the fall of García Álvarez, which could lead to an increase in violence and insecurity in the region. Thus, we come to the end of this video. If you liked it, I invite you to give us a like so we can continue making more videos like this. Also, don't forget to subscribe and activate the bell so you don't miss any of our new videos. I wish you a great day. Until next time.